What's your name, man?
My name's Brian.
And you're with Occupy Portland, yes?
That's right.
You're one of our medics? Woo!
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about this national GA, or like what happened, basically.
Sure thing. I'm also an SEIU union steward at Legacy Emmanuel Hospital in Northeast Portland, and I was approached by one of the organizers for my work site to go to this event called Take Back the Capitol that was being put on, and I was flown out with a number of other union members and Occupy Portland individuals, and we went to this event. And we found ourselves in DC with a lot of other Occupy members from all over the place, from Miami, from Oakland, from LA, Quebec, New York City, Boston, Massachusetts, everywhere, all over the place.
Now, it was my understanding from reading the information that was disseminated from Occupy Wall Street is that we were supposed to democratically elect representatives and to send them to a national GA type thing.
This is the first I'm hearing of that.
Okay.
I'm sure that's the case, and I think that's amazing.
Okay.
I would love to see that happen.
Okay. I'm curious as to. Gee, you mentioned that the union was trying to come off as if though they were us earlier when we were talking. Like, can you explain like how people reacted to that?
Sure. You could appreciate the difficulty that I, a member and steward for SEIU, would have in talking about this. A number of people who are part of Occupy, coming from all over the country, in fact all over the world, came to this event called Take Back the Capitol, which took place in Washington, D.C.
What date? And like...
this was last Monday through this Friday.
Okay, cool.
And at this event, they felt as though this Take Back the Capitol group were utilizing inappropriately, illegitimately, Occupy slogans, chants, tactics, and so forth. They approached the organizers for this event, who supposedly had been organizing this event since back last spring, and had revamped some of its components quite recently. After myself being a part of those meetings, talking to the two primary organizers, the feeling that occupiers had was that SEIU and these organizers in particular were knowingly and unknowingly utilizing Occupy
movement, momentum, energy,
and so forth illegitimately, wrongly,
okay.
and that by definition, as many people were saying, is co-optation.
Right.
One organization using another's measures.
Right.
And so these different occupiers who came from all over the world decided they were going to put on their own GA, getting the support from Occupy DC and trying to get their facilitation group to facilitate the first national Occupy GA. And it was a really spectacular event. It was an amazing moment where all of these different occupiers were able to speak to their experience, what goes on in their cities, in terms of their decision-making protocols.
That's awesome.
Their signaling and their hopes for the movement.
Is there any schedule for another Occupy or a national meeting? And is this one going to be democratically decided, or does a union decide who goes?
Wow. Okay. So let me break that up and make a distinction. So
because I'm confused here.
Sure.
Okay.
Take Back the Capitol was an event that was put on by a particular party that did not want to be known as having put on this event.
Okay.
Members of the event,
Right.
not knowing what was going to take place, found themselves in a really odd situation. These individuals were occupiers, and they decided to put on their own events.
Okay.
This ended up being the Occupy GA.
Okay, now I get it. Okay.
Right.
But
Two
originally
completely
the
different
unions did fly people out for the, what was it called? Take Back the Capitol?
Take Back the Capitol.
Okay, right on. Cool. Okay, I understand now. I was a little confused and I just needed clarity.
Sure. So there have been some conversations about another national GA, and one of the things that I advocate is that it is democratically elected, and that each city's own General Assembly decides on what's proposed, who goes, and so forth and so on. But let me just say that no proposals were made
Cool.
at these GAs. It was merely people talking about their own experience
Sweet.
and their own hopes for the movement.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I had a great time. I'm really happy to be here at this port action
Sweet,
as a
me
medic,
too.
supporting everybody. This is beautiful. And we're working in solidarity with a lot of people up and down the West Coast, and it's a great feeling because I know people in Oakland and LA and Seattle who are doing this very thing right now, and we're working as one. It's awesome.
Sweet. Thank you, man.